following is a presentation of Fox Sports.
We are Fox Sports. We are Arizona.
So much of the game of hockey centers around routine. How the players arrive at the rink, how they get dressed, how they warm up. That routine helps create the atmosphere. And these days, it just feels different. As the Arizona Coyotes kick off the second half of the season, they find themselves squarely in the center of the Western Conference playoff picture. And there's nothing routine about that. The second half starts now on Fox Sports Arizona. We welcome you to Glendale and Gila River Arena for a matchup between Arizona and Edmonton on Coyotes hockey, presented by Taco Bell. As Louis Domingue and the rest of the squad looks to make it 4 wins in a row as they kick off the second half of the season. Welcome in, everybody, with Tyson Nash. I'm Matt McConnell. Who said the number 13 is unlucky? It's been pretty lucky over the last 13 games for the Coyotes, Tyson.
The Coyotes are the hottest team in the NHL next to the Florida Panthers. Winning has been contagious. They're having a ton of fun, and more importantly, this team knows how they have to play to have success.
Tyson, let's take a look at the numbers over the last 13, and they have been spectacular for this Arizona-based team. 8-2-3 on the record.
They're scoring goals, 3.2 goals a game. They're allowing less goals a game, getting great goaltender from Louis Domingue. How about the power play? 10 power play goals in their last 8 games. Face-offs, puck possession. The Coyotes lead the way in face-offs. That's going to continue here tonight as well.
You mentioned Louis Domingue. Oh, Louis. He's been terrific between the pipes.
He has, absolutely. I don't think it's fair to make any comparisons to Patrick Roy just yet. But you talk about a goaltender that's taking advantage of an opportunity. Looks so calm and compact in net. Doesn't overplay. In fact, he's the first rookie goaltender in Coyotes history to win 3 consecutive games. Big stops at crucial moment. That's all Louis Domingue is doing right now.
How good are the numbers? We'll take a look at these. He is yet to lose in regulation as the start of this season, 6-0-2. And when you've got a goals against average of 1.73 and a saves percentage of 947, you're going to win a lot of hockey games. It's been a collective effort over the past baker's dozen of games for the Coyotes, and Toby Reeder has played a big role in the team's success. He visits with Jody Jackson next here on Fox Sports Arizona.
Welcome back, Gila River Arena, as the Coyotes look to make it 4 straight victories here tonight against the Edmonton Oilers. Jody Jackson here on the ice alongside Tobias Reeder. Toby, first of all, happy belated birthday to you, 23 years old.
Yeah, thank you very much.
All right, so 3-point night for you the other night. How high is the confidence of this club right now?
No, we're really confident. I think we're playing great hockey, having an outstanding goaltender, and winning games, obviously, most important thing. And we're ready to keep going.
Now, we've seen now 6 different guys with double-digit goals, and we've seen the speed on display. What have you learned about how to use your speed in the NHL here in your second season?
We're all young. We can all skate for forever, it seems like. And, we just try to use to beat defensemen wide, or even those little battles in the corners, just be first on pucks there, and that's how we create a lot of offense.
Finally, Edmonton, the team that drafted you, you had 2 shorthanded goals against them last season. I'm curious, is there a little extra motivation when you play against the Oilers?
Yeah, obviously, it's always great to play them, and it just feels good to be on the ice against those guys.
All right, Toby, thanks so much.
Thank you. Tobias
Reeder of the Arizona Coyotes will get set to drop the puck here from Glendale. The Coyotes and the Oilers. Coyotes have a 20-game point streak on the line tonight.
Coyotes hockey on Fox Sports Arizona is brought to you by Behind the Mask Hockey Shops, serving Arizona since 1994. Visit one of our 3 Valley locations. Welcome back. Tuesday night hockey here. Oilers and Coyotes. Let's take a look at the goaltenders presented by Behind the Mask Hockey Shops.
Well, for the Edmonton Oilers, Anders Nilsson gets the start. He's a big man laterally. You want to shoot at his pads. Make him move. 6'5", 225 pounds. And Louis Domingue getting it done for the Coyotes. Yet to lose in regulation. he wants to keep that going here tonight.
Players to watch in this one tonight for the Edmonton Oilers. Taylor Hall, great numbers, a little more than a point a game in his career against the Arizona Coyotes. And Toby Reeder on the other side, the former property of the Edmonton Oilers, having a terrific campaign himself. We are underway. And Oliver Ekman-Larsson will move it to the blue line and send one in. Coyotes going for their fourth straight in the win column here tonight. They lost in a shootout a week ago Saturday in Edmonton to the Oilers. As it'll be moved back to center ice, Brad Richardson will play it back for Connor Murphy, and the Coyotes flip it around as Murphy will get it right back.
Well, the Coyotes win a face-off. Puck possession is the name of the game, as well as patience here against this Edmonton Oilers club. Very skilled, very talented. Dave Tippett knows about it. You got to stay in your structure. Wait for Edmonton to make those mistakes, then you pounce on them. That's how you beat this team.
And Todd McClellan on the other bench, 14th Oilers head coach in their history, at 311 wins in 540 games as the bench boss with the San Jose Sharks. Darnell Nurse scooped up by Domingue, and we'll get another face-off to the right of the Coyotes' goal.
Well, once again, he's had his hands full trying to teach all these young kids that have been in the league for a long, long time how to play. You got to play the right way. Like Dave Tippett, whether you're Max Domi or Shane Doan, you have to play the right way. You can't turn pucks over. I don't care how skilled and talented you are. Those pucks got to get in and they got to get out. That's how you win hockey games in this league, and Mullen knows that.
Boyd Gordon will get it out as he moves it along for Toby Reeder. Kind of overskated the puck there for the Coyotes, and it's played back by Schultz. And Justin Schultz will move it along, try to get it back to center intended. Now Darnell Nurse will play it for Schultz, and the Oilers will set it up inside of their own zone. Opening minute tonight at Gila River Arena in Glendale. Taylor Hall, soft flip into the left wing corner. After it is Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Puck is played in behind the net by Anthony Duclair. Edmonton has actually flip-flopped their top two centers. Nugent-Hopkins tonight playing with Taylor Hall and Teddy Purcell. So Draisaitl will go with Pouliot and Jordan Eberle as this one is played back in. The Oilers will look to get it out with big Eric Greiba, the defenseman, that came over from the Ottawa Senators. And Greiba will bring it up on the right wing as it's flipped back in. Louis Domingue will set it up there. And around the boards, and that one pops in front for Max Domi, and the Coyotes will look to get it out. Mikkel Boedker playing it into the left wing corner after it. Greiba.
Good save play there by Mikkel Boedker. Could have tried Greiba one-on-one. Puts it into the quiet area of the rink and goes after it. That's what, for example, a coach like McClellan is trying to teach all these young kids. Taylor Hall, Eberle, Nugent-Hopkins. Don't try to beat guys on the blue line. Chip it to an area. With all that speed, you'll get it back. Trust me.
Turnover here, and it's turned the other way. Draisaitl will get it in over the line, intended for Eberle. He falls down, and so Max Domi there to retrieve. Ekman-Larsson tonight with Zbynek McCulloch out there right now, and now Ekman-Larsson will bring it along, and McCulloch will head to the bench as Boyd Gordon gets it in over the line. Normal pairing out there of Ekman-Larsson and Connor Murphy now for head coach Dave Tippett, as Chipchura will bring it back through the neutral zone for Victor Tikhonov. Played into the corner it goes, and now he leaves for Kyle Chipchura. Boy, it's been all hands on deck during this very nice streak over the past 13 games for the Coyotes. Good goaltending as well. Louis Domingue well documented there. And the Oilers will set it up.
Again, we always talk about it. That's what makes this team so much fun to play on. They don't have a superstar that's going to knock your socks off yet. Max Domi will be a superstar in this league. But right now, everybody is counted on heavily to get the job done.
Back to center, and Shane Doan will backhand flip one into the Oilers zone. Cleared away by Schultz. Quick counter here, and it's set right back in.
Oh, big hit there. Who was that? Richardson just laid somebody out.
Yeah, that was Pakarainen. Played back to center ice. Michael Stone on right wing. Gets it in over the line. That was blocked away, and Anton Lander will flip it out of there. Hall back at center, but he can't set it up, and so Shane Doan will bring it back. Doan will set it in behind the net. Gets his own feed and back out high. Ekman-Larsson with a shot, and it's deflected in front. Now the Oilers will turn back with Taylor Hall. Hall will get it past Connor Murphy. Domingue plays for Doan, and the Coyotes will move it out. Reeder with it in over the line, and he shoots and knocked away by Nilsson, and this one up over the glass and out of play.
Well, that little bank shot pass by Shane Doan. Here's the hit we were talking about. This is what I love. This is how you got to play the Edmonton Oilers. Physical, hard. You look at the Edmonton Oilers, all 5 of their guys down low, below almost the face-off dots. What's that leave open? The points, wide open. That's where you can beat them. Low to high. Get it back to those defensemen and let them rip it. The Coyotes are second in the entire NHL in goals by your defensemen. That could play big dividends here tonight.
Yeah, only the Nashville Predators are ahead of the Coyotes when it comes to defensemen scoring. Domingo play it away. Right back to center ice and forced back in that time. Pretty good play by Mark Letestu. Coyotes will get it out. Martin Hansel's unit out there. Flips it along, and Anthony Duclair trying to split the defense, and it rolls to Nilsson, who will steer it into the corner. Anthony Duclair playing with more confidence as of late. Had that beautiful goal the other night when Nashville was in town.
Confidence is earned, as Dave Tippett said today.
Let's take a look at your keys tonight. They're presented by Sanderson Ford, Tyson.
Well, we talked about it. Getting all over the Edmonton Oilers. Drill the Oilers D. They cough pucks up. That's their weakness. Make sure you force them into turnovers and clean up the spills in front of your net. Don't turn pucks over. And if you do, make sure you have that layers of defense that we always talk about in every zone. Everybody is accounted for defensively on this Dave Tippett coach team.
It's like a hazmat of keys tonight. We had some fun with the puns with the Edmonton Oilers in town.
Well, the Coyotes have had so much success against this Edmonton Oilers team because they've done all those things. They've limited their turnovers, and they've been very physical on all their players. They're young, and you can force them into mistakes.
Played back and over the line. Bodker chasing it down. It's going to roll right to Nilsson, and he'll get a face-off and a touch here. Let me ask you something, Tyson. When these two teams met 9 days ago in Edmonton, no Hansel, no Gordon. Besides the obvious in-game matchups, how does it benefit Dave Tippett here on home ice?
Oh, because now you got one of the best shutdown centermen in the Pacific Division in your lineup, and you got one of the best face-off men in the entire NHL in Boyd Gordon. I mean, you're going to see Martin Hansel every time Nugent Hopkins or every time Taylor Hall's on the ice. He is the guy that's going to be responsible up front for shutting them down. And then you have Oliver Ekman-Larsson on the back end. I like your chances.
Gordon with a shot, bounces in front. Tikhonov swatting away at it. Now Chipchura will go after it. Through this stretch of 13 games, Tyson, the Coyotes have been really good along the boards, and they're showing a little more of that here tonight as Stone will work it back in behind the net.
Yeah, they're starting to become a big, heavy team, even though they're not big and heavy, but you heard Tobias Rieder talk about it. That's how he uses his speed in order to get to those loose pucks along the board, so he doesn't have to get into that confrontation, that big, heavy battle.
So the Coyotes will change it up. Stone very patient as he holds the puck, and now he'll move it along there for Richardson. Brad Richardson been terrific. Plus or even in 15 straight games. He's a plus 12 over that time. As it's sent around and out of his zone back through center. Doan chasing after it. Got it out of his zone. Anton Lander going to try to set it up there for Taylor Hall. Puck is backing over the Coyotes line. So Doan and Hall do a board battle. It pops free for Richardson, and he'll send it across.
All day long, Shane Doan's going to win that battle. Taylor Hall tried to get into a physical confrontation. That's not going to happen.
Jordan Martinook after it with a little bit of time and space here. They'll play it back in behind the net. Again, we see that play down low instead of maybe going across the ice. Just very smart decision-making here, and it continues in the early going of this hockey game.
Well, again, you got to continue to watch how open the Coyotes' defense are so far early in this game.
Sekera moved it up, intercepted by Hansel. Rink wide it goes for Rieder. Now Rieder with a shot. That was partially blocked. Played in behind the net and around. Hansel out there with Rieder and Duclair. And this one's going to be moved along by Davidson, who gets it past Klas Dahlbeck. Now Dahlbeck will go after it. Dahlbeck gaining confidence by the game as it's moved out by Rieder and back through center for Michael Stone. Fell down, but he still made the play, and so Duclair will swoop in to take it, and he gets one deep. Martin Hansel in the corner against Eric Greiba. Oilers will take it away, and former Coyote Rob Klinkhammer, the Colonel, will send one right back in.
Well, the Colonel back in the house.
Colonel is here, Laurie Korpikowski, the old Torpedo. Some familiar faces on this Edmonton team. In over the line, Vermette holding. Now Antoine Vermette will give it to the corner for Max Domi. Rink wide. Try to set it up there for Ekman Larsson.
Oh, they're setting it up because the points are wide open. Forwards for the Edmonton Oilers are collapsing low.
Welcome back. No score. Coyotes and Oilers prior to the break. I mentioned that there's some familiar faces on this Edmonton team, including Lauri Korpikoski. Welcome back to the old Corpedo. 401 games and spent 6 seasons with the Coyotes.
6 years with the Coyotes. New tallies, 145 points. It's one of those guys Dave Tippett loved when he was here. Blocks a ton of shots. Ice bag hockey. He was a big part of that.
Off the face-off, Coyotes are control. Bodker, and now back out high. Ekman Larsson sent a shot just wide. Vermette is after it. Tried to throw it in front, fanned on it, and Taylor Hall will bring it out. Good gap that time. Ekman Larsson jumping up. And
good speed there by Max Domi. Yeah. That's an example right there. They were tied. It was a foot race. Nugent Hopkins. Max Domi gets that puck. And where does it end up? In the offensive zone.
Played into the corner, and Justin Schultz will take it away. And out of the zone with it is Taylor Hall. Over the line, Darnell Nurse. A little shot over the top of the net. Good keep of the line by Draisaitl. Handled by Reeder into the corner. Now Toby Reeder will take it away, and he tries to go up left wing. Got some help from Vermette, who got it to center. And sent right back in. Good board battle here in the line. Good keep, Sekera. Nick Grossman after it. Lost it, pops in front, and cleared into the corner. And Martin Hanzal will get it back to center ice. Anthony Duclair for Toby Reeder. Now Reeder for Duclair. Goes rink wide, Grossman. That's a little shot away, rolls towards the net. Duclair in behind the net. Now Michael Stone with it. Pops free for Pouliot. Now the Oilers will get it back to center. Jordan Eberle.
That's the Oilers' weakness. Down low. Coyotes are owning that offensive zone. The cycle. It's just all hard work and smart, structured hockey right there.
Chip and chase here for Kyle Chipchura into the corner. Taken in behind the net by Greiba. Tikhonov down low. Now Chipchura. Coyotes get it back to the line. Dahlbeck with a shot, and that hit Tikhonov in front and wide.
Points are wide open. All 5 Edmonton Oilers are below the top of the circles again.
Moved along by Tikhonov, deflected in by Gordon. Here he comes. Gordon to the front and kicked away by Nilsson.
Oh, shot pass there by Boyd Gordon. That's a heads-up play. He wasn't looking to score there. He was looking for a rebound for Kyle Chipchura. He almost got one.
And behind the net now. McCauley. And he'll get it back to the Oilers' blue line, past Schultz, and so Nilsson will steer it behind the net. Under 10 minutes remaining, opening period. 3 shots for the Coyotes, just 2 for the Edmonton Oilers. Neither team generating much here to this point. Darnell Nurse will get it back and over the line. Louis Domingue. And now Richardson back with it for Connor Murphy. Murphy over the line, plays it into the corner. Connor Murphy an even or plus in 10 of 13 games since his healthy scratch.
A real good pinch there by the captain, Shane Doan.
Richardson behind the net, tied up by Nurse, so Doan will take it.
This is what you call sustained pressure.
And out with it comes Eberle, going to try to get around Ekman Larsson. Now Eberle with a backhand, stopped by Domingue.
Oh my goodness, how did Eberle get that puck back? He danced right around Oliver Ekman Larsson. That doesn't happen often. Well, welcome back. There's a good look at the foot races that we're talking about and speed. Now, stop it here, guys. You look at the line right there. Max Domi is behind Nugent Hopkins. Watch who gets to this loose puck first. This is all about want. This is all about speed. And those little battles, the team that wins these battles typically wins the game. They're little details of a hockey game, but we talk about them over and over. That's the stuff that coaches look for, and that's how players are graded.
Bodker off the face-off, brings it in. Tries the backhand flip down to the corner for Vermette. It's going to be taken away, and the Oilers will get it out. Jordan Eberle. Oh, Eberle with room. He'll send it across, and that just wide. And it bounced wildly off the end boards. Nearly an opportunity there for the Oilers. Pouliot, yeah.
Juicy rebound there. And the Coyotes, they know Louis Domingue made a big save the other night in that game against Nashville, recognizing how active the boards here are here.
Give away and a stop there by Domingue.
That was Gila River, by the way. I was trying to spin out.
On that note, a face-off.
I got stung by a bee. My tongue was swelling up there, but good defense by Connor Murphy, Oliver Ekman-Larsson. There's the active boards right there. Pouliot almost has one, but Connor Murphy right there to shut him down, helping out his goaltender. Good awareness by Connor Murphy, and really this whole Coyotes defense. 3 of their top 4 defensemen for the Coyotes under the age of 25. That's why you get excited. Young defense, young forwards, great captain, unbelievable coach. And the Jedi mind trick that Don Maloney pulled for that Tobias Rieder trade. I can't say that enough.
Martin Hanzal moving along, and by the way, the Coyotes in a playoff position. Yeah, we're only halfway home, but it's nice to see him sitting in second place in the Pacific Division, 2 ahead of the Vancouver Canucks. Taylor Hall will bring it back in over the line, taken away by Grossman and out of the zone. Coyotes are on a stretch where they're 4-0-1 in their last 5 and 7-1-2 in their last 10. We talked about it in tonight's open. It's been totally different since they got off the road trip prior to that big homestand before they left for Western Canada. They are playing 7 straight at home. And this is game 2 of the 7-game homestand. Detroit will be here on Thursday. And then on Saturday afternoon, the New Jersey Devils, and don't forget that game Saturday has been moved from 7 o'clock to noon due to the Cardinals playoff game across the street. Louis Domingue into the corner. Plays it in behind the net. Down low is McCulloch and Boyd Gordon, and back unable to keep the point was Darnell Nurse. Now Gordon for Chipchura. The Coyotes will get it set here. Little pullback by Dahlbeck, so that allows the Coyotes to change it up front.
Patience, good patience. Make the Edmonton Oilers chase. By the time they get that puck, they'll be tired and looking for a line change. That's how you keep them off the scoreboard.
Jumped in over the line, Doan going after it, swatted away, and Taylor Hall will bring it out on left wing. To center ice, Anton Lander flips to the corner. Down low is Schultz, the defenseman. Takes it in behind the net. Well, Taylor Hall is there.
That zone entry looked to be a little offside.
Played back by Hall, but stripped away. Coyotes can't get it out. Richardson unable to clear, and it comes in front. Nearly put in by Klinkhammer on a redirect.
Again, though, right there, Taylor Hall, that's a very dangerous play that he tried to make at the blue line. Dangerous play. The Coyotes get that puck, they're gone. Odd man rush. That's the stuff I think that Cullen is trying to take out of Taylor Hall's game. He's got the puck, put it back to your forwards. Don't make that extra move right there. Richardson, a little bad luck there. If he pokes that puck out, they are gone. It's Gonzo off to the races. Yes, he's a talented player. There's no question about it. One of the most talented in the NHL. He's 6th in the league and as far as points go with 41. He's got 16 goals, but you still have to know when to get the puck deep and be a smart hockey player. Over the years, he just hasn't had the coaches, or he's probably had too many coaches for that fact. Tell him what to do and not to do.
Ekman-Larsson brings it in. Played in behind the net. And now Greibel moving along. Out for Eberle to center. Intercepted momentarily by Mikkel Bodker. And the Coyotes will set it up as Connor Murphy plays it. Now Ekman-Larsson on right wing for Bodker. Little 2-man game going here as it's right back to Ekman-Larsson for a shoot-in. No problem there for Nilsson. Greibel will send behind the net for Davidson, the young defenseman, and it'll be sent around, but a good keep by Connor Murphy before it's turned the other way.
Coyotes have had a lot of offensive zone time, not enough quality scoring chances, and not enough shots, quite frankly. Everything right now is to the perimeter. They have to get inside position on this Edmonton Oilers D.
It's 4-4 with no score as the puck is played in behind the net. Now Korpikoski looks for the wraparound. It bounces in front. Coyotes will clear it away. Domi again down low, hopping out. Dahlbeck tries to move it along there. Oilers pretty aggressive here. Martin Hanzal.
Good use of his body there by Martin Hanzal, and good recognition knowing that Max Domi wasn't on his left side, so he had no passing option.
Soft flip there. McCulloch tries to get it to the front. And Reeder was there, but he couldn't get it backhand.
How about Davinik McCulloch jumping up into the rush? That's what I mean. As defensive-minded as Dave Tippett is, he loves to see his defensemen have the green light and jump in.
Ekman Larsson sends a wrister to the net, and it's covered up by Nilsson. He will step out a little bit rough after the whistle. No score tonight in Glendale. 5 saves so far for Coyotes goaltender Louis Domingue, and that brings us to our Geico Legacy moment. Been talking a lot about goaltenders. What about the great Tony O? He wore number 35, and he's a lefty just like Louis Domingue. And on this date, if you go back to the 69-70 season with Chicago, an NHL rookie record 15 shutouts over the season. Great look at Yvon Cornway, the Canadiens legend, coming in on Tony O there.
Unreal.
And that mask, I grew up with Tony Esposito. My dad and I used to go to Chicago Stadium all the time, but that mask always looked like it was smiling at you.
Well, that's scary. I think that was the point, coming down on that intimidation factor.
Sent right to the side of the net. Goes in behind. And the Oilers will move it out with Nugent Hopkins back to center, and a backhand flip in over the line by Teddy Purcell. Taylor Hall checked off the puck by Ekman Larsson. 4 players in a board battle. Goes in behind the net. Ekman Larsson going after it. Chips it out and cleared all the way back to center. Darnell Nurse. In behind the net with 4 minutes remaining in the opening period. It's been a real chess match so far. Nick Grossman back. Richardson. Greiba. Now Greiba with a little weak shot goes wide.
Both teams not taking any chances right now.
Pouliot will turn it back. Pouliot into the corner, fell down. Might have lost an edge there. Draisaitl got picked. And it's moved out by Jordan Martinook. Plays it into the corner. He's got Doan out there along with Richardson. That third line out there right now for Dave Tippett as this one is handled in front. It got underneath the glove of Nilsson. Moved out of there back through center ice for Klinkhammer.
A real good second effort there by Martinook. A simple play, gets that puck low below the goal line, and he wins that battle with 2 Edmonton Oilers defensemen right there. That just shouldn't happen, and that's what we're talking about in our keys to the game. Drill the Oilers. Get on them. They'll turn pucks over.
Moved out back to center ice, and Klinkhammer sends one in. And it goes over the glass and out of play.
But then when you get that turnover, turn it into a scoring chance. The Coyotes only, as far as I'm concerned, have 1 scoring chance in this game. Gets that puck to an area behind the D. The Oilers get to it first, and Martinook just stretches out with a little poke check. Puck ends up right in front of Nilsson on the doorstep with Richardson in front. That's where the Coyotes have got to continue to pressure.
Grossman. And now back for Michael Stone, who gets it out and up the ice. And this will be an icing call against the Coyotes with 2:39 remaining.
Well, join the pack Saturday when the Coyotes take on the New Jersey Devils at 12 p.m. First 5,000 fans in attendance will see the Mike Smith Mini Locker, presented by Wild Horse Pass Hotel and Casino. Purchase your tickets today at ArizonaCoyotes.com or call 480-563.
Are you excited about the noon start?
I love it. Love it. Every Saturday weekend game should be noon, 2, 5, 6. I don't care. Just make it before 7 so the kids can come.
Let's too, and that's fired over the top. Davidson. In behind the net it goes, and after it is Michael Stone, and Tikhonov will get it to center.
Get the kids tailgating.
Absolutely.
Get the little street hockey outside in the parking lot. Sun's shining. Take advantage of it. I love it.
So Ekman Larsson behind the net, moves it for Vermette.
You watch how many kids are here at that game.
I agree.
It's going to be packed with with kids flying around, cheering, screaming, jerseys on, tugging on their parents' shirts because they want to buy a jersey.
Hey, don't forget tonight and every night, don't miss Fox Sports Live as they bring the news and highlights from throughout the NHL, plus everything else in the world of sports. Fox Sports Live is every night, only on FS1 and streaming live on Fox Sports Go. I'm sure they'll have a recap of the national championship game from last night. You attended. You went with your son. You have a good time?
I did. I had a blast. What an atmosphere. Now I see what all you college folk get so excited about.
Yeah.
All your schools. You know,
It's big time.
it was big time. It was a ton of fun. My son loved it. Kurt
So-
Warner was sitting right in front of me. It was pretty impressive.
Shot on by Bodker, and we get a save here by Nilsson.
From outside again, Coyotes need inside position. Start cutting to the middle. Start taking a few chances in that offensive zone. And if you're going to shoot the puck, shoot low. It's a big goaltender. And here it is to the outside. You got that center lane drive. Throw it low to where Nilsson can't make that save and swallow that up. Generate a rebound. So something's laying right there for that player. I believe that was Antoine Vermette. Sniffing for any sort of loose change.
Hansel on the draw, couldn't be any closer right now. No score, each team with 6 shots. Connor Murphy for Ekman Larsson. Goes wide of the mark, and it ends up in behind the net where Sekera looks to move it along. Played out of there by Pouliot. Back through center, here's Jordan Eberle. Closing in, but a chance back to the front, and Draisaitl has scored. Leon Draisaitl, and it's 1-0 Edmonton. And the Snowbirds are happy with that one.
Well, a nothing play. All of a sudden, the puck's in the back of the net. Coyotes were in pretty good position. The pitch there by Connor Murphy. You got Tobias Rieder back, and then Oliver Ekman Larsson decides to step up and close it down. There has to be communication between Rieder and Oliver Ekman Larsson. Either Oliver Ekman Larsson takes that player Eberle, and Rieder goes to the man in front of the net, or vice versa. Nobody picks up the guy in the front of the net. Draisaitl comes in late and ends up banging that one home.
Draisaitl gets his 10th. It's his first in 15. So the first-round pick that went 3rd overall in 2014 gives the Oilers a lead, and that ends the shutout streak of 124 minutes and 6 seconds. And a shot taken that time, and Domingue makes the save and holds on. Eberle will pick up an assist, so will Pouliot.
All right, here's a look at it right here. And you look at Oliver Ekman Larsson. Look at the back pressure here. Tobias Rieder. They're in perfect position. Stop it here, guys. Rieder's on this man. Oliver Ekman Larsson decides to step up. Here's your goal scorer, and here's another Edmonton forward that's going to come into the play unattested. There's just no need for Oliver Ekman Larsson to come over and make that play.
Moving along and out of the zone. Martinook trying to get it out of the zone. He can't.
Doesn't make many mistakes. I can tell you that. That's a very rare one for Oliver. I guarantee you he's going to do his best to make up for that one. He knows. As soon as he came across, he knew he made a mistake. And Eberle sniffed it out.
Yeah, he was opportunistic for sure as it's played back to center ice and moved right back in by Klinkhammer.
You know if you have 2 guys on you, that someone has got to be open. And he found that open man.
McCulloch gets it back and over the line, deflected by Tikhonov deep. Schultz and Shipchura battling. Tikhonov will come away with it. Frees it for Gordon. Gordon lost it. Now Pouliot will bang it off the boards through center. 3 seconds to go. Played back by Stone, and that's going to do it for period 1 here tonight at Gila River Arena. Our CenturyLink What's Next? Zbynek McCulloch, the defenseman, will chat with Todd Walsh. We'll take a look around the NHL, and another Nasher knows. 8-6 the shots in favor of the Oilers, and neither team really generating much, but the Oilers cashing in on a turnover as Draisaitl gets his 10th.
Yeah, that was a real nice play there by Eberle. Again, just both teams trying to be real patient. The Coyotes with the territorial battle in the offensive zone, but to only generate 6 shots on net and 1 scoring chance. That's not enough.
So the lone goal, Leon Draisaitl. Edmonton 13-8-1 when scoring first. We'll see how it unfolds. Coyotes down 1-0 at the end of one. Todd and Zbynek McCulloch when we return. The first intermission of Coyotes hockey was presented by Jack in the Box. Taste the Chipotle Chicken Club Combo for just $4.99 plus tax, only at Jack in the Box. And also brought to you by Sanderson Ford. The best plays at Sanderson Ford. By Gigablast Internet from Cox. Get ready for the gig life. And by Taco Bell. Live Moss.
And before we start the second period, a quick moment with Newell Brown, assistant coach of the Arizona Coyotes. As I said, this is Zbynek McCulloch, coach between periods, a quiet period, lots of work on the perimeter. So what do you want to see moving forward?
Well, too much one and done in the offensive zone. Once we get a shot established, we have to hunt down the puck and force them to play more in their end. And they're a good transition team, so we can't be pinching ill-advised guys down the boards and giving them outnumbered rushes like the one they scored on. So we just got to be real sharp in those areas and play a real patient game, but make sure we're playing lots of time in the offensive zone.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Newell Brown. Matt, hunt down the puck. You heard it from him.
That's right, and a little more than the one and done. Got to eliminate that as well as we take a look at the highlights from that opening 20. Just one goal, and it was Draisaitl.
Yeah, and Connor Murphy comes in for the pinch, and Jordan Everding. What a play there. Spin, fires, hits the late man. Nobody picks him up. And this is just a breakdown defensively. Tobias Rieder in pretty good control. Ulrich Larsson decides to help out. Wrong decision. Puck ends up in the back of the net. He knew right away. He'll looking to make amends for that mistake.
10th of the season for Draisaitl, 1st and 15. And don't forget, when the Coyotes win, you win at Papa John's. The day after every Coyotes win, celebrate with 50% off your regular priced online order at papajohns.com by typing in the promo code Coyotes. Underway, period 2. We'll see if the Coyotes can get a little more sustained pressure. You heard assistant coach Newell Brown saying too much of the one and done, and we start the period 7 seconds in with the Coyotes offside.
Good decisions. That's what it's all about. Hunting pucks down and sustained pressure and getting dirty in front of the Edmonton Oilers defense. It hurts to score goals. And the Coyotes have scored a lot of them lately.
Puck around the board. Sekera plays it in deep for Mark Fane. And the Oilers will bring it out quickly through center ice. Sekera up on the play. Shoots, stirred aside by Domingue.
Great rebound control there by Louis Domingue.
A lot of his rebounds we've seen over the last couple of weeks into the corner as this one is sent wide. And another shot steered away and off netting this time, and it will get a face-off.
And this is what I'm talking about. Not sure who fired that puck, but Louis Domingue just makes it look so easy. Never gets frazzled. I think that was Fane. I know Sekera that ripped that one low off that left pad. And that's textbook goaltending right there. He can control that rebound, and you saw it there. That's an art. It's what every goaltender tries to master, to make sure you're not leaving those rebounds in front of yourself. You're putting them into the safe area, which is the corners.
Oilers win the draw. Schultz with a wrister. Glove save, Domingue. And we'll get a face-off here. Talked about how the Coyotes have really turned it around since the middle of December, and Louis Domingue's been a big part of that 6-0-2. And he is one of the best in the circuit. Roberto Luongo, Bobby Lou at 7-0-1 with Braden Holtby.
1.72 goals against for Louis Domingue. That's good stuff.
That one hit the outside of the net. You can hear it all the way up here as Max Domi will play behind the net, but Taylor Hall is there and back out high for Darnell Nurse. That went off a skate and back to center. I just need a little bit of a spark here, Tyson. And again, Newell Brown talking to Todd Walsh about the one and done. Here's a turnover and nearly put in, and a penalty coming up here. And looks like a slashing call, and that's just a play you don't need to make.
Well, that's a play Louis Domingue doesn't need to make there. He coughs that one up. We've talked a lot the last few broadcasts about how
Arizona number 50, 2 minutes for slashing.
How good he is at just freezing pucks and not overplaying pucks and getting himself into trouble. And here he coughs this one up and forces Antoine Vermette to take a penalty in front. And he gives it to the wrong guy in Taylor Hall, who finds Nugent Hopkins, and Antoine Vermette just saved Louis Domingue's bacon there and saved the goal.
So it's an Oilers power play. Coyotes are going to try to kill it off with Boyd Gordon, Jordan Martinook, Semitic McCulloch, and Klaus Dahlbeck to begin, and it's cleared down the lane. Vermette goes for slashing in a minute 4. First Oilers power play here tonight.
Hockey's a game of mistakes, and really the only mistake the Coyotes made in that first period ended up in the back of their net, and now they got a big penalty kill because of another mistake. And the Edmonton Oilers power play has struggled. They've gone 6 for their last 56, if you can believe it. Coyotes hope to make that 57.
Letestu will bring it along. There's the number. That is the 3rd worst in the NHL over that span of time. Played to the line by Dahlbeck and out of the zone and back.
54, excuse me. I said 56, I believe. I tend to exaggerate a little bit.
They don't want to make it worse than it really is.
No.
As it's played away.
They've struggled, is my point.
Try to use an old Major League line. Played around the boards. Coyotes keep. Penalty killers out there. Shane Doan and Brad Richardson, along with Grossman and Stone.
Oh, good stick there by Grossman. Just holding that blue line. Turnover, and back come the Edmonton Oilers. Zone entry has been an issue.
Purcell gets it in over the line, looking for Nugent Hopkins. Stone in a board battle.
That's numbers. On the kill, the Coyotes have 3 players on that puck hounding it. You're on the power play. You have to outnumber the opposition.
Stone wide and nearly a chance off the end boards by Richardson. Coyotes still looking for their first shorty of the season. Korpikoski shoots, and that deflects high over the top.
We saw this play earlier in the first period for Pouliot. Almost got a bounce off the end boards. This time it's Richardson, and watch this puck come off hot behind Nielsen. A wobbling, bobbling puck, and Richardson just can't get a handle on it. That puck is bouncing all over the place. Hot potato. There's the spin and fire on the backhand.
Richardson's been terrific. Brad Richardson, 15 minutes of ice time the other night against Nashville. 11 shots over his last 5 games. He's shooting a lot more. Darnell Nurse into the corner. That whole line's been good. Martinook, Richardson, and Doan. It's played by Murphy.
Yeah, one of the Coyotes' best. No question about it. Big, heavy line. Real responsible. Eating up a lot of real crucial minutes for Dave Tippett.
Was in behind the net. They started the game again tonight for Dave Tippett. We've seen that as a trend over the last few. Turnover here. Try to work into the front for Duclair. And it's turned the other way and out. Good clear by Klinkhammer up the ice. And we get an icing call here.
Well, they're killing off. Now it's about generating again. You heard Newell Brown talk about it. Need more offensive zone time, better decisions, good pinches when you can, activate when you can, but find that sweet spot, that quiet area.
Early on, it was the points.
Yeah.
The points were being left wide open, as you had mentioned.
And I think that's still going to be the case, but how about a face-off? Win a face-off.
They do. Stone shoots wide.
But then hit the net.
He's in behind the net, Max Domi. Back out high for Grossman and across. Stone, wrister to the net, goes right to the glove of Nilsson. No problem there.
Nothing will drive a coach madder than winning a face-off. We talk about how important it is, and then you get a chance to shoot it, and you miss the net. And that'll drive a forward crazy as well. You work so hard, you give it back to the defense, and in Michael Stone's credit, the lane to the net was pretty locked with Edmonton Oilers forwards trying to block that puck, so I think he was just putting it more to an area.
Yeah, Darnell Nurse was right in the way as well, the defenseman. And board battle here. Max Domi trying to come away with it. Coyotes and a quick shot glove save there, Nilsson, and that'll get an offensive zone faceoff. So really a nothing play, and now an opportunity for the Coyotes to win a draw. Well, television history will be made on Sunday when the first ever UFC title bout comes to FS1. Bantam champ T.J. Dillashaw puts his belt on the line as he takes on former champ Dominic Cruz, plus former world champion Anthony Pettis battles Eddie Alvarez. It all begins Sunday at 5, only on FS1.
Very cool. That's awesome. That is awesome. That's going to be a couple fights I'll be looking to watch. Bellied up on the couch. That's for sure.
After watching the Cardinals on Saturday night, and of course the Coyotes here against the Devils Saturday afternoon.
Those cauliflower ears, those guys, oh, are they tough?
Vermette tries to work into the front. It's cleared away. And now Stone tries to get one right on, and that goes wide. Good keep at the line by Grossman. Stone's going to pinch. Pouliot goes after it as well. Greiba in there for Edmonton. Bouncing puck right to the glove of Nilsson.
Oh, there's that perimeter stuff I'm talking about again. Everything to the outside. Shots, you're getting them, but you're missing the net. It's your Schwartz laser eye center view from the ice. Antoine Vermette tries to elevate that puck over Nilsson. Just can't get over that right shoulder. Sprawling Antoine Vermette, looking for a career goal, number 201.
Played away, and the Oilers will get it out. Korpikoski in over the line. Now behind the net, Chipchura all tied up. Pekarainen trying to come away with it. To the line it goes. Now Sekera sent it in behind the net. Dahlbeck tying up with his man. And now Fane broke his stick, rolls to the front, and just sent wide. Oilers now will set it up. Lander. Into the right wing corner, Sekera, the defenseman, back out high. Shot Greiba, and that's stopped.
Good rebound control once again by Louis Domingue. Korpikoski right there.
Purcell plays it for Edmonton. Had Manning play there and over the line. Klinkhammer took a shot up high. Penalty coming up here for the Coyotes. Now Klinkhammer and Chipchura, former teammates, having words.
Sure, Kyle Chipchura would welcome that. Klinkhammer, a big physical guy, but not the best fighter. Chipchura.
Arizona number 34, 2 minutes for ice sticking.
Upper hand in that one, and there's the penalty. Not sure if that was it there or not, but I think it comes maybe right here. Chipchura, that was Boyd Gordon, excuse me. Stick went up the shaft of Klinkhammer's stick and catches him up high in the mouth, and they got Dahlbeck in the box right now, so they either have the wrong guy or we completely missed something.
Another look.
Oh, there
right
it is.
there, yeah.
He got clipped twice. It was a rough ship for the Klinkhammer, the old Colonel.
Out of the zone it goes. Martinook, one of the penalty killers with Gordon, Grossman, and Stone. Draisaitl up front, Pouliot and Eberle, the power play unit, the forward unit for the Edmonton Oilers. Letestu will play it in behind the net to the front and just sent over the top. What a look there for Pouliot.
Oh my goodness, that is real good puck movement by the Oilers.
Letestu in behind the net, plays it around, and now Schultz with it midpoint. Schultz into the corner, sized up by Nick Grossman. Now Letestu comes back out high and across now. Draisaitl looks for the front and a deflection just wide.
Oh, there's that shot pass. Letestu high in that slot.
Eberle back out of the right point, and he'll walk it across. Draisaitl in front, Schultz, and he scores! 2-0 Edmonton, power play goal, and it comes to life here in the desert.
My goodness. What a pass by Draisaitl, who's got a multiple goal point game, I should say. He's got a goal now and an assist. And this is a real pretty sauce pass to Schultz. And a real difficult shot to make for Schultz, being a right-hand shot coming down the strong side. There's the saucer pass, up and over, I believe 2 Coyote sticks, flat onto the tape of Schultz, who also puts that puck up and over. That left shoulder, blocker side on Louis Domingue. That is a beautiful goal.
So Schultz gets the goal. It's 2-0, and the power play, as I mentioned, coming to life on Schultz's third of the season. We'd like to welcome all those of you who have been watching the Phoenix Suns and the Indiana Pacers. Here it's 2-0. Oilers on goals by Draisaitl in the first, and just moments ago, Justin Schultz here on the power play. The Coyotes coming in 7-1-2 in their last 10 games, 4-0-1 in their last 5.
Coyotes need a spark here in a big way. They're down by 2 goals. Nothing new. Got a lot of confidence in these type of situations. They've come back a number of times this year already, but they got to start generating. They're yet to draw a penalty either. That tells me they're not doing enough work in the offensive zone to force Edmonton into taking a penalty.
Board battle here along the far boards, and now Hansel trying to come away with it. Also in there was Duclair, and Sekera with it for Edmonton. Back through the neutral zone, goes all the way down the length. Klinkhammer, sharp angle, sent it over the top. And this one will go all the way back. Darnell Nurse up on left wing. Tries to get it to Klinkhammer. Domingue plays it in behind the net, blocked away. Good play that time by Klinkhammer, but the Coyotes will come away with it. Chipchura behind the net. Darnell Nurse and Chipchura battling with Schultz. Coyotes putting on some heat here. Bounces, and a shot by Richardson is blocked away. Brad Richardson. Gonna leave it there for Kyle Chipchura. Dahlbeck. Played away and out of the zone, back to center. Over the line, here's a chance. Purcell, his shot blocked. Pollock going to try to corral the loose puck. 14-8, Edmonton out shooting the Coyotes 2-0 on the scoreboard. Back of the line, Greiba stopped that time by Domingue. The Coyotes get it out.
Now the Edmonton Oilers have all that momentum out shooting the Coyotes 15-8 now. They just need to get that back. A big shift, maybe lay the body a little bit. We talked about that being one of the keys to the game.
Bodker to the front, all tied up that time, Max Domi. So many times too, Tyson, we talk about chasing the game.
You got to give Edmonton a lot of credit right now. They're doing a nice job keeping the Coyotes to the outside, playing a very defensive, patient game. Could have been a penalty there.
Max Domi trying to shake Greiba.
Greiba draped all over him.
Max Domi in a big battle there, falls in behind the net, so Letestu will play it around, but kept by Stone, pops in front, and Vermette was there for the rebound, or for the loose puck, and it's gobbled up by Nilsson.
Oh, that's a good quality scoring chance there for Antoine Vermette. That's what the Coyotes need more of, Matt. Welcome back. Here's the goal by Schultz, and we always talk about a tight box on the penalty kill. Stop it here, guys. This is a perfect example. Look at this box. This is textbook. Now watch the pass. Right through, over to Schultz, through the middle of that box. Sticks in those passing lanes. He elevates it up and over. That was Draisaitl I'm talking about. That is a beautifully executed power play, and I'm not sure the Coyotes could have done anything differently to kill that off.
Big hit that time, Murphy on Darnell Nurse. Puck played around, and Eberle will feed it back to Nurse with a wrister that goes wide.
The only thing they can do differently is stay out of the penalty box.
And now Eberle will play it across. Nurse will get rid of it. Ekman Larsson in behind the net. Oilers take it away. Leon Draisaitl worked it to the front again. Intercepted by Vermette. Coyotes can't clear though. Draisaitl's been terrific here tonight, and on both goals he got his 10th in the opening period, then assisted on Schultz's power play tally a few minutes ago. Eberle out high. Vermette without a stick, and a shot goes wide. Played to the line, and Darnell Nurse is there. Sent one towards the net. Here's a chance, and ripped wide by Nugent Hopkins.
Oh, what an opportunity.
Now Nugent Hopkins gives it off. Hall. Taylor Hall, rink wide.
No stick for Antoine Vermette. Coyotes in all sorts of trouble.
Purcell shoots, stopped, rebound. It's in front. And the puck will go all the way back inside the Edmonton zone.
Oh, did the Coyotes ever catch a break? Bodker broke his stick there at that last play. And the Edmonton Oilers, they're a scary team. They're young, they're talented. You give them confidence, which they have right now, that is a dangerous thing.
And the Coyotes are not the greatest team in terms of coming from behind. They're 8-10-2 when they allow the opponent to score, but here's Duclair. He lost it, the penalty coming up here, so maybe cue the comeback. Maybe the power play can get them going here tonight. Now the Coyotes will go to the man advantage after the Oilers have had plenty of looks here in the second.
16 Edmonton.
Henderson Ford Seats for Soldiers recipient from the U.S. Air Force Technical Sergeant John Baltz. A native of Chandler, John has served as the chaplain in the Air Force for 12 years. And tonight's his birthday. Technical Sergeant John Baltz. Happy birthday. And we thank you for your service.
Yes, we do. And the Coyotes thank Teddy Purcell for his bad decision there. Takes a penalty on Martin Hansel. Now the Coyotes go to work. The Coyotes power play, Matt. 10 goals in their last 8 games.
Nearly taken away, and Louis Domingue has to make the save as that puck was bouncing on our first Arizona Lottery Powerball power play of the evening.
The Coyotes need one here. They need to get some of this momentum back. Try to cut the lead. Just generate anything. It's not even about scoring. Just create some good feelings on that bench, a little energy. This Coyotes team, something good to feel about.
Well, you always talk about power play generation. Even if you don't score, you get some momentum, and see what happens here tonight on this one as it's moved back to center for Anthony Duclair, who will dump one in.
This is a big PP.
And Max Domi going after it. Kept to the line by Bodker, and a quick flip to the right side and to the front, and a stop that time. Oh, Duclair robbed by Nilsson. Oh, a little drive-by there.
What a play. What a feed by Oliver Ekman-Larsson. Sees Anthony Duclair streaking right through the middle of the ice towards the net. The redirect, that's a big save by Nilsson. What a play. Look at that pad. Right pad. All over it. Martin Hansel takes a body. Davidson in front. Leaving Duclair coming up the rear.
Coyotes change out on the forward unit. Good look at Duclair on the bench there with his mates. And Antoine Vermette out there with Reeder and Dome. Coyotes will win this draw. Bodker plays it for Reeder. They set it up left side. Rolling puck to the crease. There we get a whistle here.
Coyotes are all over it.
Yeah, Antoine Vermette was just to the right side.
Have a second chance now on this power play. You win a face-off, you get puck control. Newell Brown talked about it. 5-on-5 or on the power play. It's about hunting that puck down. Getting it back when you take a shot. Shane Doan fighting for position in front of Nilsson. And the Edmonton Oilers, again, give credit. 4 white jerseys coming down, whacking and hacking, making sure there's no second and third opportunities. Coyotes are going to have to work their way through this.
Oilers win it, and Darnell Nurse will send around and down. So Louis Domingue will play it along for Ekman-Larsson. And now Bodker will bring it out on left wing for Antoine Vermette. Rolls off his boot. Good keep there by Bodker to play it right back in. Tried a wrister, but that went deflecting off Schultz's stick. Bodker will go to get it. And he plays it there for Dome. Shane Doan back out high. Bodker. And now across for Ekman-Larsson. To Bodker. Over to Vermette with a shot blocked away by Darnell Nurse. Played right back to the line, trying to poke it along that time for the Oilers. A nice effort there by Pekarainen. 30 to go in the power play. Bodker lost it, cleared away by Nurse. One final rush. Ekman-Larsson leads it. In over the line for Martin Hansel. Now Hansel back to the line for Domi. Across. Stone. And now Domi for Ekman-Larsson. They work it around. Max Domi across. Now Stone with a weak shot. Domi scores! Max Domi. Roof job, and it's 2-1.
Be a power play goal. That's a big one. Unreal job. But this power play just continuing to work it around. The missed shot, almost blocked shot by the Edmonton Oilers. And And Max Domi goes bar down. That's what you call that. A rolling puck. And he loves it. The old pumpernickel. Max Domi gets his 11th of the season.
Yeah, that's his first in 16. You got to go back to that game in Buffalo where he had a pair of goals. And so the other night it was Anthony Duclair, and tonight it's Max Domi. Huge goal, though, Tyson, to your point, as it's moved back and over the line and a shot wide. And this one's going to rocket all the way back up the ice.
How do the Coyotes answer that back? We always talk about that next shift after a goal. Got to continue to build off of that.
Yeah, Dave Tippett goes with the Gordon line out there with Kyle Chipchura and Tikhonov. It was an even strength goal, just as the penalty had expired as this one rolls up. But to your point, for all practical purposes, it was a power play tally. Oliver Ekman-Larsson and Michael Stone assisting at 12:37. And a wrister is handled there by Louis Domingue.
We're going to take one more look at that goal by Max Domi. And can't look at this enough, really. Max Domi gets this puck right to your screen right here. Now stop it here, guys. Watch, that pass is going across here. Now watch the Edmonton Oilers. They all focus on where that pass was just made. Max Domi is left all alone. Nilsson can't get over. A helpless goaltender. A great play there by Max Domi, on and off the stick and into the back of the net. Top shelf. Love it. Could have put it in the middle of the net, but he went bar down. I love it. I respect that.
That's our part of the show as we get a whistle here on the ice.
I probably would have put that right into the stands.
You would have buried it.
Oh, yeah.
You would have buried it.
I'm pretty sure I would have chopped it into two pieces. One of the pieces would have went in. But I love it.
Did you ever have a wide open net like that where you missed that close?
Oh, yeah. Come on. I got hands like feet. Max Domi, the young kids, you need them to feel good. You need them to have success with some sort of regularity because they can get down in a hurry. 11th goal of the season. It's been a while since he scored. Would you say 16 games?
Yeah, Buffalo. You got to go all the way back before Christmas when the Coyotes were up in the Niagara region, Western New York.
Well, let's hope he's a streaky player.
Speaking of Buffalo, they'll be here Monday night. As Michael Stone will play it in behind the net.
Once again, the Edmonton Oilers have not had much success this year, particularly against the Coyotes. 5 years, the Coyotes have dominated this Edmonton Oilers team, so you know they're thinking about it.
Chance here for McCulloch.
They just don't know how to handle success.
Well, that's right. You got to go back to March of 2011.
5 years.
Long stretch, and when you think about some of the big streaks through the years in the NHL, you think back to Pittsburgh. Well, they couldn't win in Philadelphia. It took them, 15 or 16 years to...
But 5 years? You haven't beat the Coyotes in regulation?
Something else.
That's tough to believe. Coyotes are hoping that stays true here tonight.
Ekman-Larsson over to McCulloch. He'll send one to the net. Was stopped Duclair in a board battle there. Good takeaway by Domi. Flying after that goal.
And that's what I'm talking about. Confidence. He's high-stepping out there.
Out high, Coyotes whipping it around. Now Hansel behind the net for Duclair. Ekman-Larsson. Rink wide for Domi.
It's like the Coyotes are on a power play right now.
A little more urgency here. Connor Murphy down low.
The Oilers starting to get dizzy. All that sustained pressure. Both D are activated.
Now Max Domi flips it out high. Ekman-Larsson. Wrister to the net. Oh, and it just rolled past the right post.
Oh, my goodness. That went right off of Sekera and almost into the back of the net.
That's another example of you don't necessarily need to shoot as hard as possible to get it on net to be effective. Oliver Ekman-Larsson is a master of the soft wrister as it's played back through center. Domingue now set it up in behind the net. Now Murphy. Out of the zone, Reeder's going to try to chase this one down against Schultz. Darnell Nurse plays it, comes in front. Oh, nearly a setup there for Bodker. Coyotes much more jump after that goal from Domi. The Oilers will get it back to center ice. Justin Schultz will set one in. Oh, and the blade of his stick went farther than the puck.
Oh, boomerang into the stands for a souvenir.
It's kind of like something you'd see on Batman, which, by the way, debuted 50 years ago today. Played out of the corner and back through center. Long lead pass. Grossman's going to win the race, and we get an icing against Edmonton.
Well, let's take a look at that wrister. Oliver Ekman-Larsson just finds a way to get it through. And stop it here, guys. Keep an eye right here on Sakari. He's going to box out Martin Hanzal and ends up going off the left shoulder and almost squeaks into the back of the net. I've had a couple of these here tonight. Just a matter of inches there. That's a tied game.
Martinook tried to get it down low. Taylor Hall will take it away. Oilers back with Purcell. Shot goes wide. Board battle here. Nugent Hopkins against Shane Doan. Now Connor Murphy poking it along. Coyotes look for the reverse. Doan is there, but he can't clear it past Davidson, and now this one's going to bounce off Richardson. 3-on-2 for the Coyotes with Martinook in over the line. Plays it for Doan, and a backhander just wide.
Oh, that hit the right foot of Richardson. Or I think this was a 2-2 game. Edmonton is getting all sorts of puck luck in this second period.
McCulloch and now Hanzal. Leaves it there for Max Domi. Now Domi trying to set it up, and it's knocked away and out of the zone. Domi will steal it away.
Great backside pressure there by Max Domi. And earned some big points from Dave Tippett. His defensive game here tonight.
You know, it's so much fun, Tyson, to watch rookies when the light goes on, so to speak. And obviously, you'd know a lot more about that than I would, having played in this great game. But I'll tell you what, every game, Max Domi, Anthony Duclair getting better in all aspects of the game. As this one is blocked out high, and now McCulloch will leave for Domingue, who covers up. Well, the Coyotes are on the board. Boy, just moments ago, Shane Doan had a great look on Nilsson. Nearly tied it up, and our Nissan high excitement play of the game's got to be the goal. It's Max Domi roofing it in a 2-1 Edmonton lead. Welcome back. It's Tuesday night hockey presented by Taco Bell. Coyotes and Oilers tonight from Gila River Arena. And our game summary also presented by Taco Bell. Oilers held the momentum early in this one. Tyson, really pretty much over the first half of this hockey game, and the Coyotes on the goal by Domi have battled back.
Well, I'm surprised all those face-off wins for the Coyotes haven't led to more shots on net or scoring chances for that matter, but you stick with it, you stick with the program. I don't mind the Coyotes game at all here tonight.
Flip back and over the line, and Reeder will set. Darnell Nurse will chase this one down.
Both teams have power play tallies, so maybe it comes down to the team that's the most disciplined here tonight.
Korpikoski in over the line, sent one, batted away there by Domingue. Word battle here, pops in front, Coyotes will get it out. Bodker's been kind of quiet tonight, maybe he can get going as Reeder will set one in on Nilsson.
1 minute remaining.
And we roll under a minute remaining in period 2. The other way now, Pouliot. It'll be sent behind the net, Connor Murphy is there. And now Hanzal. Right back for Duclair and over the line. Domi has it. Domi trying to get around Davidson. Good takeoff play that time by the young defenseman.
Real good defensive coverage there on Max Domi. Who had all sorts of speed. I like how Dave Tippett has put Duclair and Domi together on this same unit.
Over the line, Domi finds Duclair. Trying to work into the front.
Not sure how that's not a penalty. Duclair
had, maybe?
Yeah, an extra step there on Greiba.
And now the other way for Draisaitl. Knocked off the puck there by Ekman-Larsson. Textbook play there by Oliver as it's cleared out and back inside the Edmonton zone.
Oliver Ekman-Larsson with the reach around. Great defensive play is right. He's so good with his stick.
Oilers are going to kill the clock, and that's going to do it. Period number 2 has come to an end here tonight in Glendale. Coming up, Todd will chat with the goal scorer. Max Domi got his 11th of the season in that second period. Roommate life. And another edition of Nasher Knows. Better as that period went along.
Much better. They finally skated. They finally worked hard enough to generate a power play, and they capitalized on it. 14 shots now. Little improvements. I like their game. They're going to bring it here in the third period. We talked about Edmonton not being able to handle success. Hopefully the Coyotes can get it done.
Coyotes head to the room, and we will head to Todd Walsh and Max Domi when we come back to Gila River Arena. It was 2-0 Oilers before Max Domi was able to roof this one. And he'll join Todd when we return. Welcome back as we take a look at our Valley Honda dealers stats through 2 periods of play. And the scoring chances, Tyson, Coyotes only had 1 after 20 minutes. They got 5 in that second period.
I like it. Now they got to really push the pace here in this hockey game. Continue to be structured, but get to the middle of the ice. More shots and more people to the front of Nilsson. He's been good tonight.
Off the draw, Ekman Larsson will send one in. Rolling puck and around it goes. Sekera can't get it past Duclair. Coyotes put on some pressure early here in period 3. And it's Martin Hansel in behind the net. Hansel comes in front with a shot. Nilsson locks that up.
That's how you manhandle the Oilers behind their own net. This is where the Coyotes want the puck. They get it back there and they just outwork and outmuscle the Oilers and take that puck to the front of the net. And Nilsson had to be sharp, taking away that lower part of the net. As you look at Martin Hansel, the job he's done, boy, has he been missed this year. Leads the team in points per game.
Off the face-off is Ekman Larsson. Plays it in behind the net. Rolling puck and around. Falling down that time was Antoine Vermette, and the Oilers will get it to center. Knocked away by Bodker, and it ends up deflecting into the Coyotes bench.
Well, the Papa John Student Rush is back Monday when the Coyotes take on the Buffalo Sabres at 7 p.m. Students with valid ID can purchase lower-level tickets for just $25. Visit ArizonaCoyotes.StudentRush.com to purchase your tickets today. Matt, you don't qualify. Can't bring your Sparty Student Rush ID.
Well, I thought you might have an Alabama or a Clemson one after you went to the game last night.
You can wear all the body paint you want. You're not going to qualify.
Penalty coming up here. They're going to get Dahlbeck. So the Coyotes will be short.
Easy call there as Dahlbeck makes his way to the bench. Pekarinen. He's been all over it. Just working away. Strips the puck from Dahlbeck, and it just can't happen.
41 seconds the time of the minor. Oilers go to work on the power play. Draisaitl working that right wing side. Watched out high by Stone. They'll work it to the line for Everly. Oh, Everly trying to find a lane in that circle. Back out high for Schultz. Now Schultz with a shot. They score! And it's Pouliot, I believe, on the deflection. Second power play goal of the night. Coyotes are really struggling on the penalty kill as of late. The Oilers getting their power play going here.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think that was Pouliot. Anchors himself right in front of Louis Domingue. Louis Domingue, you see him looking right, looking left. And then Pouliot gets the backhand on that one and puts that post and in.
So Pouliot, as we take one more look.
Just eludes Louis Domingue. No chance on the play for him. He got caught a little bit tight in his net.
Pouliot and Draisaitl have been stars in this hockey game tonight. Draisaitl with 2 points. Pouliot, if he gets the goal, credited with 2 points as well. Pouliot getting his 10th. Everly's going to get an assist, and so will Schultz. Over the line, Taylor Hall. Little pull-up move, Domingue the save.
Good puck movement by the Edmonton Oilers. And All these guys feeling good about themselves. Schultz has got a 2-point game, goal and an assist. He's going to end up firing this puck, and you just see him shimmy across that blue line and find that shooting lane. He's got Boyd Gordon there. He's got Martinook in the way. He finds the shooting lane, and he gets it towards the net where Pouliot is right in front. Great job on the power play by the Edmonton Oilers, who have done it 2 ways here tonight.
At the line, Fane, and a shot wide. Anthony Duclair.
Now Louis Domingue really needs to shut it down.
Domi in over the line, drops it, Duclair. Rink wide to the front, Ekman Larsson. Oh, and he broke his stick.
What a time for your stick to break. Are you kidding me?
Taylor Hall the other way. It's been one of those nights. As Ekman Larsson goes and gets a new stick, and he'll move it out of the zone.
Coyotes have been so good defensively. Allowed 2 or fewer in 7 of their last 10 games.
Penalty coming up here. Duclair draws a call against the Oilers. And the Coyotes will go to the power play on a hooking call.
Well, let's take a look at that broken stick. Oliver Ekman Larsson walking right down the pipe. Nobody in the vicinity. 4 Edmonton Oilers down low, and this thing breaks like a popsicle stick. I mean, how does that happen? That's a goal. Or at least a good quality scoring chance. Here's the penalty. Mike Hammer just reaches out, the hook on Duclair. Easy call to make. Not sure what Klinkhammer was complaining about there.
So it'll be played away and down the length of the ice on another Arizona Lottery Powerball power play. Coyotes need one here. They're down by 2, early third against Edmonton. In over the line, Vermette. Now Vermette gets it across. Ekman Larsson, wrister. That was blocked away. I think that went off Davidson as well and out of play.
Davidson's had himself a real nice hockey game here.
Yeah, real good has been Davidson.
Well, they know Oliver Ekman Larsson, that's his sweet spot. He loves to shoot the puck from that area. He comes out immediately, drops to one knee, and blocks that shot.
Through 2 periods, Davidson has had 3 blocks. He's had a hit. He's on pace for about 14-15 minutes of ice time here tonight. Around the boards and cleared all the way down past Bodker. Bodker and Ekman Larsson out the point. Stone up front with Reeder and Vermette. Moving it back in is Vermette. That gets blown up and the puck is played all the way down. Ekman Larsson for Duclair. Trying to go to the front. Right there was Marty Hanzal. Domi trying to get around the defender. Domi across Ekman Larsson. Right back in front, but he can't hook up with Hanzal.
Real good coverage there by Nurse, who had Hanzal all tied up.
So they work it along the boards. Ekman Larsson, right circle. Goes across. Max Domi. Wrister just wide. Ekman Larsson again. Coyotes getting some good setups here. Domi now for Duclair. Back out high. And Bodker with a shot deflected just wide. I think Hanzal might have gotten a piece of that one. Max Domi working the point. And he'll skate it down. Across it goes. Ekman Larsson trying to drag it. He shoots. It's underneath. They score. And it's Max Domi. Second of the night. And it's a one-goal game. Power play goal for the Coyotes.
Well, they're loving it here at Gila River. What a goal and what a play by Oliver Ekman Larsson. He has been all over this. We told you he was going to make up for it. How about this move? Right around Schultz. Under the stick? Are you kidding me? And the quick snapper. Nilsson has no idea where that puck is. Everybody is on top of Martin Hanzal, who gets one whack at it. Look at that, under the stick. And look at Hanzal. Draws all the attention, leaving Max Domi all alone. And again, another wide open net for Max Domi, his second tally of the night and 12th of the season.
So we're back to a one-goal game. And Louis Domingue will steer it along on right wing intended for Dome, but it's fired right back in by Davidson. Domi getting his 12th. We believe it'll be Oliver Ekman-Larsson, possibly Anthony Duclair on the assists. And it comes at 3:53 as the puck is sent down. And the icing is wiped out. Davidson around, and the Oilers will get it back to center with Eberle. In over the line, Draisaitl going wide and batted away that time by Domingue. And he's looking to get it out. They can't clear. Good keep by Pouliot. Pouliot and Draisaitl and Eberle, and they've done most of the damage tonight for the Edmonton Oilers. And it'll be moved up the ice and out. And we're going to whistle and an icing call. So it is Oliver Ekman-Larsson and Duclair on the assists. Max Domi second of the night and 12th of the season.
Well, let's take one more look at this Max Domi goal. And keep an eye on Oliver Ekman-Larsson. Watch the stick of Justin Schultz. This puck's going to go underneath, whoop, right to himself. And the quick shot on net. That's your Chaz Roberts cool play of the game. And doesn't get any better than that. That's a great set of hands at top speed by Oliver Ekman-Larsson. Nice finish there by Max Domi, being in the right place at the right time.
Well, that goal by Domi means the Coyotes have scored at least one third period goal in 10 straight games. Doan brings it along. Wade, and the Oilers will bring it out. Hunt, seventh defenseman tonight for Edmonton, got it to the line, but it's whistled offside. Third period goal differential over the last 11 games, and if you're a Coyotes fan, this is encouraging.
Yes, it is. Second in the NHL. Plus 8. Love to see that. Coyotes just got to keep on chugging along here. All the momentum now. You wonder how the Oilers are going to handle this pressure once again. They responded earlier in this third period, and you thought they were going to walk away with it, but the Coyotes, again, a poor penalty by Klinkhammer gives the Coyotes some life.
Well, the Killer D's have 3 points tonight between the two of them, and you talked about mistakes, Tyson. I got to go back to that. I believe you said that late in the first period or early second. Maybe the team that makes the last mistake is going to be the team that's going to come up short here tonight. Both teams taking advantage on the power play. Oilers have 2 power play goals, and the Coyotes have 1 just moments ago from Domi. The net will ship it in. Schultz. And he goes behind the net there for Darnell Nurse. This one all the way down, so Louis Domingue will play it across. Back to center with Brunetto moving along for Reeder on left wing. Reeder trying to get through a hit that time of Greiba. Penalty coming up here. They're going to get the Oilers. Coyotes are going to go back to the job. And it's going to be a holding call. What was I talking about in terms of power plays? Well, Max Domi has a power play tally, and it's a 1-goal game. Well, here's our game summary, and early on it was the Edmonton Oilers taking a 1-0 lead. Leon Draisaitl with his 10th. Oilers would increase their lead to 2-0. Jeff Schultz able to get one past Louis Domingue, a beauty over the top of his shoulder, and then Max Domi goes to work. Roof job to make it 2-1 in the second, first and 16. And then Benoit Pouliot for Edmonton gets one through past Domingue to make it 3-1. Max Domi wasn't done, though. He goes power play on the Edmonton Oilers, putting home the junk at the side of Nilsson for his 12th of the season, and that's where we stand 3-2 as the Coyotes will go to the power play.
Hanging around the front of the net, you get rewarded. Duclair, Hansel, and Domi right there in front.
Greiba on the hold. It comes at 6:19. Coyotes looking for their second power play goal here tonight.
And really looking for their third, if you ask me. Schultz was in the box. He didn't even come out of the penalty box before Domi scored his first power play goal. But good things are happening on this power play for the Coyotes.
Good movement here by Domi. Back to the line. Bodker and across for Ekman-Larsson. To Bodker. Over to Domi. Thought about it. Shoots. Scores! The hat trick! Max Domi! And what a night for the rookie here in Glendale. sensational Max Domi.
He's jumping over hats on the way back to the bench. His first career hat trick of many more. Not to rub it in Shane Doan's face, but what did it take him? 42 games? Unbelievable. What a great job by this power play unit. Hansel in front. This line single-handedly getting this Coyotes team back in the mix. You look at the job Hansel does in front. Nilsson has no chance on the play. He has no idea even Max Domi even has the puck. And then he rips it. Perfect shot, posted in, far side. Oliver Ekman-Larsson loves it. And the Coyotes have tied this one up.
And the killer D's are bringing him back. Max Domi, what a special player. Goals 11, 12, and 13 for the Coyotes super rookie.
Now let's see how the Edmonton Oilers now handle this. We talked about their lack of success and not being able to handle it, and a couple undisciplined penalties by the Oilers have allowed the Coyotes back in this game.
Shane Doan will bring it back into the left wing corner. Oilers puckering a little bit, as you like to say, Tyson. And you made a great point. It's a game of mistakes. And when you let a team go on the power play, it can get rough.
Well, let's take one more look at that Max Domi goal. And the Edmonton Oilers seem to be in real good position. Stop it here. They're in their box right here. But this is the key player right here. Look at the job that 6'6" frame is doing in front of Nilsson. He can't see the puck. He's looking right, he's looking left. All of a sudden the puck comes. He didn't even know Domi had the puck and was getting ready to shoot before that puck zipped by him. Perfectly placed shot by Max Domi, mind you. But great work by Hansel in front.
Darnell Nurse will bring it back, and Eberle overskated it, poked away by Reeder, and now Vermette has to leave it there for Reeder, who gets it deep.
And that's why it's so important to have guys like Shane Doan with his big frame and Martin Hansel for that other power play unit to get the job done. You ask any goaltender, they have all sorts of problems seeing pucks. Coyotes now with 12 power play goals in their last 9 games.
Draisaitl will bring it back. Moves it along and in over the line for Darnell Nurse. Nurse trying to go wide. Angled off by McCulloch. After it is Hansel. And the Coyotes work it up, and here's Max Domi again. Going to try to get around Pekarainen, and he was angled off beautifully. Good defensive job there, but the Coyotes will go to work along the boards as it's moved back to the point. And a little shot taken that time, and right in front was Domi again. Let's go downstairs, Todd Walsh.
Guys, I don't know if you heard what Max said between periods when I asked him about that goal-scoring drought, the 16 games. And Tyson, I know you love this, and this wasn't, I don't think, lip service. I think this is something he has been taught, something he truly believes. He said, look, I didn't care. We were winning hockey games. And that, to me, is the essence of this young man as he makes his way into the National Hockey League and establishes himself, the respect for the game, team first.
Well, there's no question about that. And Tyson, we've talked about that to Todd's point with Max between periods. Yeah, he went 16 without a goal, but you never really felt like he was slumping.
No, yeah, because he does everything right. He was doing so many other little things right. He can play defense. He can work hard. I mean, he's skating. Causes all sorts of problems for the opposition because of his speed. Maybe he doesn't convert and get on the score sheet, but he doesn't matter. When the team's not winning and you're not scoring, then that becomes an issue.
In behind the net, it's going to be moved along, and Chipchura's there. Coyotes up on a left wing, Tikhonov.
And as a goal scorer, not that I would know, but if you're not getting the scoring chances, that's when you get concerned. And that's when you really start to wonder and worry a little bit.
Coyotes are clean out back to center ice. Tikhonov will send one in. Nilsson steers in behind the net for Sekera. Oilers will bring it back. Picked off by Connor Murphy. Stretches it on left wing for Martinook, but moved out of there by the Oilers. They get it back to center ice. Eberle. And he'll play it for Mark Fane. So the Oilers now go to work.
Todd McLellan's got to be just wanting to pull his hair out right now. I mean, this is self-inflicted, too, by the Edmonton Oilers, taking those undisciplined penalties. First it was Klinkhammer, then it was Greiba. You're giving a team that is down and out a chance to come back in the hockey game. And you talked about it before, that their power play is starting to heat up. The numbers overall aren't great, but 12 goals in their last 9 games on the power play, they can do some damage, and they've done that tonight.
Max Domi with a hat trick here tonight. And by the way, his last hat trick came as a member of the London Knights back on the 6th of December in 2014, playing against the Plymouth Whalers. A little bit different here at this level.
I would say so. And doing it at home in a big game.
And he had a few, I'm sure, in the OHL.
That is at 46 points on the season. They're ramping it up, and they're now into the second half of the season, and they know that they haven't won anything. Yes, if the season ended today, they'd be in the playoffs, but the season doesn't end today. There's still a lot of hockey to be played, and now you really find out what you have as a team and as individuals and players.
How do you like your Domi celebration? Yeah, I think we like that.
It has been all Max Domi tonight here for the Arizona Coyotes, getting the team on the board here in the second period. That would be the first goal of the night for Max, but his first goal since December 4th, and now he has 3 on the evening. There's the second one, officially a power play goal there. His 12th of the season, and then finally, there it is, with a little bit of help from Marty Hansel in front. The hat trick. The hat's raining down here for the Arizona Coyotes, and he will be the target of our postgame show, guys. A lot of Max Domi tonight.
Oh, I could imagine Jody's got 3 tonight. You never know. He could get another one here. It's been that kind of night. Max Domi around the puck, has his Reeder in behind the Oilers net. Toby Reeder feeds it to Vermette. Got one away, and a big save that time by Nilsson.
Well, now Nilsson's second-guessing himself there, looking behind him on that Antoine Vermette shot.
Back to center ice, and Vermette tries to slip it past a defender. Goes into the corner. By the way, Max Domi, for the record, in the Ontario Hockey League, had 6 regular season hat tricks.
Is that all? That's incredible. 6 hat tricks. He's a streaky guy. I love it. Hopefully he can get things rolling. We saw the start that they had, him and Anthony Duclair just rolling, tearing apart the National Hockey League as rookies.
Payne in behind the net. Richardson battling with Nugent Hopkins. Well, Richardson coming away with it. Finds Doan. Rister blocked away. Murphy, and now it's handled there, but we're going to get a hand pass, so the faceoff will come out. Those are the rookie duos, and the Coyotes leading the way with the Killer D's. Jack Eichel and Sam Reinhart, not a bad combination. Panarin's having a great year in Chicago. A pretty good list there, as is Dylan Larkin, the very impressive rookie we saw in Detroit. He'll be here Thursday night with the Red Wings.
That's right. Another big game for the Coyotes, and they just continue to get bigger. It's a big homestand, real important.
And that rolled right to the front. Able to make the save is Nilsson. By the way, Tyson, last rookie with a 4-goal game was Tomas Hertl for San Jose back in October of 2013 against the Rangers.
Yeah, lots of time left here. 8:25. He's got the hot stick. Puck just following him around here tonight. Again, this is just a crucial juncture of the schedule. Coyotes, the good point, too, is put themselves in a good position, and they've done all their major traveling, really. A couple more big road trips, but other than that, they're looking at that in the rearview mirror.
Second of 7 straight here on home ice. Goes in behind the net and around for Eberle and out. Finds Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Over the line, shooting, and a stop by Domingue. Domi will pick it off. Can't clear it. Now it's forced back in. Good keep there by Eberle as it's played in behind the net. 24-22. Oilers with a 2-shot edge in a 3-3 game. Oilers 3, Max Domi 3. Backing over the line, Reeder. Tried to keep at the line was Dahlbeck. Delayed offside. Oilers will get it out. Davidson in over the line. And a shot by Pekka Ryman goes wide. That'll allows Vermette to play it right back. Tried to jam it across the ice that time. And now Reeder, but it's handled by Davidson.
Gryba, a real big physical defenseman. A lot like Nicholas Grossman. You know you played a hockey game when you're coming down that left side all night long and rubbing up against him.
In over the line. Behind the net, Ekman-Larsson. Battle here. Richardson comes in to support. Taylor Hall, though, comes away with it. To the line for Sekera. Had to play it out. Well, Taylor Hall brings it back in, but the play is offside. Koski couldn't get out that time.
That's a good sign when you're not talking a lot about Taylor Hall. Doesn't have a point in this game. He's been a Coyote killer over his career. He's over a point a game against Arizona all time in his career. Connor Murphy, guys like that have done a real nice job taking away his time and space, loves to amp it up, comes real low in the defensive zone and just comes streaking through that neutral zone. We haven't seen any of that so far here tonight. Unfortunately, though, it's been that Draisaitl line that's really terrorized the Coyotes.
Chipchura tries to go behind the net. Draisaitl will work it out on a feed that comes back through center for Taylor Hall. Good pressure there. Coyotes blow that up as Gordon will send behind the net for Michael Stone. Tikhonov on right wing. Can't advance it. Now he'll try to pick up a loose puck before it's taken away by Hall. Purcell on a regroup. That fails. Gordon and Tikhonov. And now it's sent right back inside that Oilers blue line. Darnell Nurse with it in behind the net. Coyotes get a change here. We're down to 6:10 remaining in the third period. Both teams getting changes here. And Schultz will bring it out. Back it over the line, taken away by Ekman-Larsson. He tries to clear it, he can't get it out. Ekman-Larsson, now Hansel. Good board battle with Nugent Hopkins. And the puck playing along. Max Domi can't get it out. Pouliot tried to set it up. Back to the line, Darnell Nurse, wrister wide. Now Pouliot off the end boards, but it's turned the other way.
Oh, he just gets manhandled behind the goal line. Is that Connor Murphy?
Duclair got clubbed. Darnell Nurse with a heavy hit. Bounces in front. Handling it is Max. What a move by Max. To the net, he took a shot, and that stopped. Rebound just sent wide.
Oh, he wants it.
And now back out high. Holding on to it is McCulloch. Little wrister towards the net. That was blocked. Hansel gets upended by Nurse. And it's cleared to center.
Oh, bodies flying everywhere. And that's what you call a bad case of dangleitis by Max Domi. That was ridiculous.
Oh. In behind the net, Justin Schultz will set it up.
Anthony Duclair went to the bench and great deal of pain after that shift in the offensive zone.
Well, looking over there right now, Jason Service, the medical trainer, is over having a chat with him. Puck sent around, Korpikoski looks to get it down low, but it's taken away. Coyotes will clear it as it goes up the ice. No icing here. Davidson behind the Oilers net. Turned out to be a pretty good hockey game here. Oilers had a 3-1 lead, then Max Domi with a pair. He's got 3 on the night. Hall with a shot. Stopped, and it's loose in the crease and played into the corner. Good close call there, and the blues rain down for Louis Domingue here at Gila River. Martinook will get it. Brings it back in over the line. Martinook shoots, and Nilsson fights it and keeps it out. Photo finish tonight in Glendale, and it's all because of the night Max Domi's having. Not 1, not 2, but the hat trick.
Welcome back. Join the pack January 21st when the Coyotes take on the Sharks at 7 p.m. The first 5,000 fans in attendance will receive the highly anticipated Shane Doan 20 seasons strong bobblehead presented by Fox Sports Arizona. Purchase your tickets today at ArizonaCoyotes.com or call 480-563-PUCK.
Should be a great night. And a great bobblehead as well, Shane Doan. Cowboy Shane.
Oh, yeah. I was hoping he'd have the chaps on at least.
Face off, but coming inside the Oilers zone. And a look at the captain on the bench right now.
Leading this Coyotes team in goals as a 39-year-old. 22 points on the season, 15 goals. What a season he's had for the halfway point.
Looks like they're going to bring the face-off outside the zone, and that's, you could hear Shane saying, come on. And Dave Tippett not happy, and they bring it out.
Well on his way to another 30-goal season at 39. He's got 15 already. He's only done it 2 other times. 12 times he's had 20. But just twice he's hit the 30-goal mark.
Sent back in, Fame behind the net. Sekero wrapping around. Oilers can't clear. Murphy, wrister from the point, steered away by Nilsson, and now this will get a face-off to the right of the Oilers' goal.
Good rebound control by Nilsson, and this really favors the Coyotes. They'll take all the face-offs they can muster up here. They have dominated the circle once again, as they do with most teams. Strength down the middle. You win face-offs, quickest way to generate offenses. Win a draw and get a shot. It doesn't hurt when your defenseman scores the Coyotes do.
A 3-3 game with 3:33 remaining in the third. Oilers will chip it out. Eberle. Ekman-Larsson now in a race with Nugent-Hopkins. Clears it back to center. Oilers will play it with Darnell Nurse. Eberle through center, sends one in. Nurse from Pouliot. And now Eberle had a big game 8 days ago. Played across and a shot stopped by Domingue. Loose in front. And it's cleared away by Ekman-Larsson.
Oliver Ekman-Larsson just calms things down. Gets that puck in traffic. Oilers all over him. And simply just gets the puck, makes a play, and out of the zone they go.
Darnell Nurse played through center. Turnover here. Stone trying to move it up. Richardson as well, but it's turned the other way by Pekarainen. And he'll send one in, and we get an icing call here. So a face-off coming inside the Oilers zone.
Oh, Shane Doan just runs over Schultz. Never watch your pass. Kids at home, never follow your pass. Never watch, because that's what happens. You end up looking up at the rafters. Back to the gym for Schultz. That's Cowboy Shane.
Clean draw. Dahlbeck plays it for Duclair. Shoots. And it's loose at the side of the net. Oilers didn't know where it was. Back out high. McCulloch. He shoots, and a wrister is handled that time by Nilsson.
This line has been all over it. And face-off. You win a draw. All sorts of pressure. The Oilers can't handle it. They ice the puck back again to the face-off circle.
Look at that.
41-22. That is off the charts.
And the Coyotes have been at or near the top in the NHL in terms of face-off proficiency all season.
That's got to put them over the top. I believe it's Carolina that they've been back and forth with.
I believe both Carolina and the Coyotes were separated by 1/10 of a percentage point entering tonight. Sent back in by Richardson. And it'll be played by Davidson for Taylor Hall.
Plugging holes right now.
And this one off netting, and so the faceoff's going to come all the way back. Let's see, they'll mark it outside the Oilers zone.
Oilers cannot handle that pressure. 2 icings now.
So I was off, Tyson. I had 2 100s.
That's entering tonight. So
for 2 1000s.
You go to college?
Never strong with math.
Put your shoes back on.
Board battle. Fred Flintstone counting up here. Played all the way back. And no icing call here. Mark Payne will play it around. Murphy gets it to center. Martinook. He's got the captain in over the line with him. Now Doan with a shot, and a stop there by Nilsson.
More rubber on Nilsson, the better right now. He's fighting it. Every shot, he's looking behind him, and big, juicy rebounds.
Martinook trying to move it out high that time. He had Richardson, and all the way back for it is Grossman. 1:10 remaining in regulation. Grossman will play it across. Reeder dumps it in, blocked away. Puck will come out high. Now Stone has to get back as we go under a minute remaining. That time Vermette blew a tire, so he plays it back for Stone, who gets it to center and angled in by Bodker. Behind the net, Darnell Nurse, and around the boards for Eberle. Both teams going for it here. Hopkins, Nugent Hopkins with a shot and a stop there by Domingue. And a face-off.
Louis Domingue's not going to take any chances. He knows his team has been good in the circle. He's feeling it. Almost coughed one up earlier. Thought he'd make the right choice. Probably could have played that one. Why bother? Manage the game. That's what they call that. Puck management, even when you're a goaltender.
Gordon right-handed draw, so he takes it and he wins it. Coyotes will get it out. Chipchura crosses center. Tikhonov will go after it against Darnell Nurse. Oilers wrap it around. Murphy pinches at the point with 25 to go in the period. Kyle Chipchura back at center. Coyotes trying to go to work here. It'll be moved back in. Kyle Chipchura, nice board battle here late in the period. Coyotes hoping for one final chance. Played to the line by Ekman Larsson, trying to get around Pekarainen to the front, and it just sent wide. Now Connor Murphy will play it. Rolling puck side of the net, 3 seconds to go. This one is going to overtime. So the Coyotes battle back from 3-1 down. They'll get at least a point here in a big night. Max Domi, the hat trick for Arizona as we head to the extra session.
Wow, what a game for Max Domi and really that entire line. Do they have one more in the barrel? Or number 16?
That was number 3 for Max Domi. Stick around. Coyotes and Oilers head to OT. Coyotes Overtime Hockey is brought to you by Sanderson Ford. The man of the hour is Max Domi. Coyotes trailed 2-0 in this game, and then Domi got his 11th. Roof job over Nilsson at 12:37 of the second. And then 2 by Domi in the third, including the game-tying goal right here and the hat trick goal. First in the NHL for Max Domi. The Coyotes with 2 power play tallies, both by Domi here in the third. And we're off and running in overtime. Taylor Hall trying to get around the defender Bodker, and the Coyotes will set it up as Richardson will bring it out. Well, Richardson holding on to it, trying to send everybody off. And Richardson will move it back out high. Well, Richardson will play it all the way back, and this is not unusual, Tyson. We talk about it all the time. Puck possession in overtime is key. Oliver Ekman-Larsson moves it out.
Puck possession, the name of the game.
And the man of the hour is Max Domi as he brings it in over the line. Domi holding on to it.
I could watch him handle the puck all game long, personally.
It's been unbelievable, and Domi's going to try to chase it in against Sekera.
Got that puck on a string here tonight.
Here's a chance, Domi in front, and it goes right to the glove of Nilsson, I think off his skate.
Oh, that puck just wouldn't settle down. Antoine Vermette, I believe, creates a turnover. Sekera just coughs it up, and Hansel throws it right over, but that puck was elevated off the right foot of Max Domi. He's going to have to stop up.
He popped that off his skate.
He's just so explosive. His stops and starts. The way he's able to change direction so quickly.
Hansel will take the draw against Nugent Hopkins. Hansel, Duclair, Stone. So Hansel's out of there, and Duclair will come in.
Dave Tippett always has one real defensive forward with a real offensive guy, and Duclair right now is the guy. Opportunistic. Anthony Duclair leads the entire NHL to 27% shooting accuracy.
Now they better get on Nugent Hopkins as he brings it in over the line. Little drop pass, Eberle. Now Jordan Eberle, a little pull-up move here. Goes in behind the net against Hansel. Comes back out high, Nugent Hopkins. And now Nugent Hopkins with possession. Watched out high by Michael Stone. Eberle after it. They do a little switch for Darnell Nurse.
This is where the Coyotes want the puck in Nurse's hands. He's more of that stay-at-home defenseman.
Yeah, he's way behind the net. Stone's going to go after, try to force him a little bit, maybe flush him. And Michael Stone will set it up. Oh, he had Duclair, and he tries to go for the home run pass.
Well, that's the thing. When you get a change in possession, it's got to happen fast. You got to make quick decisions.
Reeder out there for the speed, joined by Doan and Ekman Larsson. Reeder for the speed, among other things. Ekman Larsson will bring it back. Finds Doan, backing over the Oilers line, gets around Pouliot. Wants to go to the front, a shot is on, and a stop there by Nilsson. Oh, what a play.
By the captain, Shane Doan. Nice set of hands. Drives wide around. I believe that was Pouliot. That's a forward. Draws Schultz to him and hits Tobias Reeder. Going through the middle of the ice. And that's what you want. Two Edmonton Oilers to convert on you. Shane Doan finds the open player.
Doan will take the draw here. Reeder and Ekman Larsson stay out with him. Oilers win it. Leon Draisaitl brings it along, trying to go wide against fellow countryman Toby Reeder.
He's not going to beat Tobias Reeder for wide, I can tell you that.
Ekman Larsson trying to create space, and he moves it out for Reeder through center. Reeder in over the line, flips it over to Doan. Well, Shane Doan trying to possess it, but it's taken away by Taylor Hall, and back come the Oilers. Oilers in over the line. Hall, little pull-up move there, watched by Doan.
Oh, that's up and down the ice twice. Coyotes are dead.
Sekera to the front, just deflected wide. Coyotes need to get it out. Nugent Hopkins digging deep here are the Coyotes. Long shift. Doan, Ekman Larsson, and Reeder still out. Now, Toby Reeder's going to try to play it along, but he can't. Oilers sense it. Sekera in behind the net. Plays it for Nugent Hopkins, and out high it goes. Eberle walks it. Eberle trying to go to the backhand, holding onto it. All sorts of energy for Sekera.
Oh, they got a fresh line change on. The Coyotes can't even bend their legs right now.
Play to the line, still holding are the Oilers. Nugent Hopkins. Now Nugent Hopkins, little wrister wide of the mark. Coyotes need a clear. Eberle trying to move it along, gets it to the net. He shoots, he fired it wide.
This is unbelievable. That's why you got to change when you can.
Nugent Hopkins with it in behind the net. 1:15 to go to the overtime. Digging deep. Here's Sekera to the front. Sekera trying to go behind. He sent it through the crease. Eberle has it to the front. Shot wide off the end boards. And Domingue covers it to get a change. Wow. Louis.
Well, he made one big save when he had to. You got to give all the credit right now to the Edmonton Oilers. All they did was miss the net over and over. Fired it wide. They could smell blood, but they couldn't get it to the front of the net. And then Louis Domingue makes the big save when he has to. Sekera put that one. I think this is the one right through the blue paint. Oliver Ekman stacks the pads. What a shift.
So the Coyotes get the change, and Bodker's going to race it up on left wing. Bodker with it in over the line. Bodker shoots, and a stop there by Nilsson. He had Richardson with him, and the Oilers will counter. Here they come. 3-on-3. Unbelievable. Broken up that time by Murphy, and a high stick, and it's going to be a penalty against Edmonton. Coyotes will try to get it out. They do. Back to center, delayed call. Bodker in over the line. Bodker back out high. We get the whistle. Unbelievable OT here. And the Coyotes will go to the power play very late in the extra session.
Well, now this is not going to be a 3-on-2.
That'll go 4-on-3.
This is going to go to 4-on-3 with Taylor Hall going to the box. I love this play, though, here. Louis Domingue comes out to play that puck. After the high stick on Connor Murphy. I think I'd rather see the 3-on-3 continue. I was feeling it. Timeout, Edmonton Oilers. And the power play again gets a chance to go to work. They've got 12 power play goals in their last 9 games. The Coyotes, they've got 2 in this one.
Newell Brown right in the middle, directing what the Coyotes may do here.
This is his baby. Lots of room out there. 4-on-3. You got 29 seconds. Now tell me how important our face-off is.
Well, the hat trick man is out there. That's Max Domi.
You lose this draw, and you're going to have just a handful of seconds once you get that offensive zone.
Well, here we go, 29.7. Huge draw, and it's going to be Martin Hanzal. 4-on-3. In overtime, when you go 3-on-3, like Tyson said, you can't go down to 3-on-2, so you just add a man, so it goes 4-on-3 that way. There are the numbers on the face-offs. Big edge for the Coyotes, but none bigger in terms of draws than this one right here in overtime. Hanzal steps in. Coyotes win the draw. Out high, Ekman-Larsson takes a shot, and it's stopped in front, and it's cleared over the glass.
Oh, they're saying it went off of somebody. Well, that wouldn't have made a difference anyway. It still would have stayed 4-on-3.
Well, would have gone to 5-on-3 had the Oilers been guilty. Another look here, and that, I think that went, well, it doesn't matter as Domi will get it back in over the line with 15 to go. Davidson tries to clear. Great keep by Stone. Ekman-Larsson has it. He shoots. He scores! Oliver Ekman-Larsson. OT game winner in the desert.
Unreal. We talked about it. Let this one breathe a little bit. Look at this crowd.
Unbelievable.
Look at this team. Look at the smiles. That's what happens when you win and you believe in yourself. And you ride the wave. Winning is contagious. And who else? Oliver Ekman-Larsson. Another game-winning goal. 6 game-winning goals now for Oliver Ekman-Larsson.
The win streak is at 4. Oliver Ekman-Larsson with a game-winning goal in overtime now has 10 points in his last 7 games. 3 goals, 7 assists, and a huge marker here against the Oilers as the team battles back from down 2 twice.
Well, let's look at it. Davidson has an opportunity to clear that puck. He doesn't. Stone keeps it in. Again, who's in front? Oliver Ekman-Larsson gets that shot through. Big Martin Hanzal. And that big frame, nothing Nilsson could do on that one. Look at the bench explode.
We open the show by saying it's different. It's just different right now. This team is starting to believe. And Jody, this has been a lot of fun as the Coyotes win their 4th in a row in dramatic fashion here tonight.
And the Coyotes winning here tonight, improving their record to 22, 16, and 4. An unbelievable finish here. Max Domi with the hat trick.
The game's second star for your Coyotes with 1 goal and 3 assists, number 23, and tonight's number 1 star for your Coyotes with 3 goals, number 16, Max Domi.
All right, with the man of the night, Max Domi. Max, we started our pregame coverage by asking the question and then answering it. I'm going to ask you, is it okay to believe in the Coyotes right now?
Oh, yeah, of course. I mean, with all the support from you guys, we got you here, and we got a big second half coming up to make a playoff run.
This might predate you, but that overtime looked like an Ali Frazier fight. What was it like out there?
It was unbelievable. I mean, you watch the shift with Donor out there and Toby, they're battling it. and it was nice to get the win there. It was huge.
My lasting image of this game will be you leaping over hats, trying to high-five your teammates after the hat trick. Tell us about how those goals happened and the work that helped get you to those scoring chances.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. I mean, sometimes they go in for you, sometimes they don't. And today was just one of those nights where I got lucky, and we'll take it.
Final thought here. Your coach looked at this 7-game homestand as a 7-game playoff series. You're 2-0 if that's the case, but he did do that. Did that set the tone for you, do you think?
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's always nice to come here and play in front of all these fans. I mean, all the support and stuff makes it a lot easier on us. So it was nice to get the win for you guys tonight, and hopefully we can keep it going.
We'll see you against the Red Wings. Thanks, Max.
All right, thanks, Walshy.
All right, Max Domi. Like you said between periods, Jody, even during that scoring drought, didn't matter. The team was winning around him. But now a big contribution from Max. 2 more points.
No question, Todd. Fantastic game here. The Coyotes were down 2-0 in this game, and they come back to win it 4-3 in overtime. Jody Jackson with you. Of course, the post-game show is coming up next. I will say Tyson Nash, between periods, said, look, it looks like this is a win in the making. Edmonton has only won 5 games on the road, so a little premonition there from Tyson. He'll join me for the post-game. Todd will go inside for reaction on this one. He'll go one-on-one with Dave Tippett and the Coyotes. Of course, Max Domi, the big story here tonight, with his first career hat trick in his 42nd game, and the Coyotes battled back from that 2-0 deficit. How did they do it? Well, Oliver Ekman-Larsson was a big part of it, assisting on all 3 Domi goals, and then that shot to win it with 8.9 seconds left. His 6th game-winning goal of the season, 22nd since 2010. Coyotes Live is next. Stay right there.